Very serious. So Getachew Reda, a TPLF spokesperson, called the prime minister a violence entrepreneur who is using security forces to suppress dissent, kill and maim hundreds of people at will, and to incarcerate and to jail thousands of opposition members. What is your response to that claim?
That is a lie. The opposite is true. TPLF, the prime minister, has ushered a new horizon of hope in Ethiopia. Since he took power, Ethiopians have been overwhelmingly happy. Ethiopians have, for the past 70 years, Ethiopians have fought for democracy, and they have created enough chances. But those chances got aborted and become missed opportunities. This time, Ethiopian government is determined enough to make Ethiopia a consolidated democracy, a democratic success. What Getachew Reda said is a white lie. He's rather talking about his own party. That is becoming a
hold on. Oh. But just a moment. It's not just the TPLF, though, that is saying things like that is concerned that Abiy is going potentially in an authoritarian direction. Ethiopia's own Human Rights Commission said the country detained more than 9,000 people between May and August after protests broke out in the Oromia region. A prominent activist was dragged by police from his bed in the middle of the night as he slept next to his pregnant wife. Abiy's biggest challenger, Tora Mohammed, is in prison on charges of terrorism. This is not just coming from the TPLF.
Well, this is we have brought in a new wave of reform. This wave of reform has brought about losers and winners. There are people that felt our democratic endeavor is not going to make them a winner, and they are trying to become a roadblock to what is our making Ethiopia a democratic success. Jawar Mohammed, if you see his case, it's still a court of law is presiding over the case. So we cannot make a full statement, but if you see what
imprisoning journalists and opponents is not something that just happens because you're trying to make change.
This is not an opponent. This is a matter of rule of law, respecting rule of law. He is accused of. He is allegedly committed a crime.
You're talking about one person. I said 9,000 people were in jail. I said 9,000 people.
Well, that number has to be checked, but still. The reform process we have brought in this country.
It is your own Human Rights Commission that is saying that 9,000 number.
Well, this Human Rights Commission is an autonomous commission, but it doesn't mean we have to cross-check the numbers.
There's a report from Human Rights Watch, Reuters, and Ethiopia's own Human Rights Commission that says that Tigrayans say that they are being targeted based on their ethnicity. I'm not talking about the leadership, that there are specific incidents of Tigrayans saying that they are being singled out and targeted based on their ethnicity. What do you say about that?
There are more than 6 million Tigrayans. Only 10 or 20 of these people are brought to ethnic Tigrayans are brought to a court of law on grounds of allegations of corruption. So there is
no. I'm not talking about being arrested. I'm talking about people saying that they are being suspended from their jobs, that they're not being allowed to fly.
That's not the case. This government does not discriminate anyone based on its ethnicity. So, in fact, this government is against this.
Okay, so so are you saying that what they're saying is not true, and can you not at least condemn it?
Yeah, I'm telling you, there are people within our establishment that are connected with TPLF, and we got to take safety measures. Without that, there is no indiscriminate practice against Tigrayans. This is not what the government stands for. For an action to be condemned, first it has to exist. I'm saying if such an act has been is done here in Ethiopia, we'll correct it.
But just to be clear, the Ethiopian Human Rights Commission has received what they consider to be valid complaints from people, and that they have learned that a justified risk or threat or fear of ethnic profiling and discrimination has risen. That is directly from the Human Rights Commission in your own country. You're still saying that it's not happening.
As I said, there are people that are connected with the TPLF establishment. We are taking measures against those people. Otherwise, there is no indiscriminate practice against Tigrayans. If that is the case, we'll correct it. But maybe TPLF is, trying to get attention. TPLF is trying to accuse us of ethnic profiling. So there are a lot of false reports, I would say.
As we mentioned earlier, the Prime Minister is a Nobel Prize winner for his efforts in bringing peace to the region. The conflict that is happening now not only threatens Ethiopia, but also neighboring Sudan, Eritrea, Somalia. How worried are you and the Prime Minister about that, a Prime Minister who says he's about peace?
That's wrong. This is a domestic issue. Plus, this is, we decreed a state of emergency.
Hold up. What happens in Ethiopia does have a trickle-down effect on other countries in the region. Yes, it does.
No, in principle, yes, but not when it comes to this.
Why?
Let me tell you then, that's a good question.
Carry on.
TPLF, even the state of the proclamation that we the levied is only applicable in Tigray. This conflict is not even trickling down to the rest of the regions in Ethiopia, because there are
thousands of people. There are thousands of people that are fleeing Ethiopia, going to neighboring Sudan.
This is something that we are going to address soon. TPLF is the reason behind the destabilization in Horn of Africa. TPLF was the reason behind the stalemate between Ethiopia and Eritrea for more than 2 decades.
Sadiq, what is your message to the people of Ethiopia, not just Tigrayans, to everybody? People are scared, they're living in fear, and some would even say that this conflict is about a power struggle between people that are not connected to